The last slide that I will be showing is the results slide. Now, results can come in many different forms, whether it is a graph, numeric data, or comments. Either way, you have all the skills to showcase them. Since this is a presentation on a dish, for this results page, I will be leaving a rating and a review. So my vision for this is to insert a photo of the critic on the left, and then have the rating in forms of the star on the top, and then the review at the bottom. And since it is a review, I think that it will be really nice to have the text and the stars encased in a speech bubble. So let's get started by inserting our photo. So I will right click, copy image, and paste it. Now this photo is a bit long, so we can go ahead and crop it. So double click on the photo, and you know you are on cropping mode when you see these black lines on the outline of the photo. Now I will just go ahead and move it to crop, click enter, and this is our new cropped photo, which I think fits a lot nicer. Next, let's work on our speech bubble. So go over to shapes, call out, and I will choose the second one. Hold and drag. Let's move it down. Now we can use this yellow diamond to fix the shape of this part of the call out. So I will drag it to the left. Now let's go make the fill transparent, the border blue, and the width 4. So it matches our other callouts in the presentation. Now let's get started with our stars. So once again, head back to shapes. Let's look for the stars. It's in callouts, this one. And I will just make a star. Let's make it a little bit smaller. Here. Now that I'm content, I will make it transparent again. Increase the border. Now I will copy it and paste it 4 times and come back once I have it roughly placed in a line. Go over to arrange. We can go and align it to the middle, and then we can distribute it horizontally. Now let's place it in the middle of our call out. Actually, let's move it down a little. So I will highlight, and then once I have it where I want to, let's get started on showing our rating. Let's just say that, for example, this was a 5-star dish. I will go in and highlight, then turn up to fill and choose this yellow color. And now we have portrayed our rating. Let's move on to the review portion now. I actually already have a sample text review ready, so I will copy and paste it, and let's go and align it so it is in the center. We also have to say who the review is from, and in this case it is a world-renowned food critic, so I will once again copy and paste it in our speech bubble. So let's do that. And I will change the alignment of this so it is to the right. And move this review down just a little bit. I like the way it looks now, so we are going to finish it off by bolding as well as changing the colors of the words that I want the audience to pay attention to. So if this was a real review, I would do that for words that compliment and praise the dish. But since it's not, I will just go in and do it for random words. So let's just say this, I will bold, head over to text, and make it orange. And we can do the same for, let's say, this one. So I'll make it orange and bold. We can also go and repeat this process to the critic's name. especially since in this case it is a world-renowned food critic. And this concludes our example slide on results and reviews. Now that we have our PowerPoint made, let's learn how to present it. You might have realized by now, but there is this big white present button up here. So just go ahead and click on that. This should bring you into presentation mode, where you can then either use your mouse, your spacebar, or the right arrow key to move. So let's take a look at our slides. As you can see, that was our transition, and here are the animations that we created. Once you are done with your PowerPoint, to exit out, just hit on the escape key on the upper left of your keyboard. And this should bring you back to your Google Slide interface. You might have noticed that on the bottom of every slide, there is a place for you to add speaker notes. This is a place for you to write down your talking points. So either a few key points that you want to make sure that you bring up during the presentation, or you can even write an elaborate detailed script. So I will go ahead and just add in my speaker notes. As you can see, Google Slides doesn't really give you a lot of space. So to see more of these notes, you will hover above the ellipse and then drag it up. A useful tip for speaker notes is to go over to Tools and go down to Voice Type Speaker Notes. This will give you a mic to speak into, and then you can just speak right into the screen and it will type whatever you say out into the speaker notes section. Now that we know what speaker notes are, let's go ahead and learn how to present with them. To do this, you will go over to the arrow key right next to the present button. And this time you will click on Presenter View. This will open up a new window where you will see the speaker notes on the right and a preview of the slides that you are presenting on the left. There is also a stopwatch here, so you get to practice your presenting skills. Another great feature of Google Slides is their commenting feature. You can leave yourself a comment or leave a comment for the person that you are working on the presentation with. I use this to leave reminders or ask questions. So just go to the slide that you want to add comments to and click on this icon here. Here you will type out your note. So I can just say something like rearrange. And with your comments, you can see who left a comment, when they left a comment, as well as reply back to it and start a chain. Once the issue is resolved, you can click on this check mark and it will go away. You can also narrow your comments to specific things on the slide. So just highlight whatever you want to add a comment to and repeat the same process. So I will go up to this icon and now I can type in another note. Something like that. Then when you click on the comment, it will show you what this comment is referring to. So make sure to take advantage of the comment feature, especially when you are working with someone. The share feature is, in my opinion, one of the best benefits to Google Apps. With this, it is really easy to collaborate and work on the slides together from the comforts of your own home. To share, just go to the big yellow share button and click on it. If you have a specific person that you want to share it with, you can go in and type in their email. Now you can choose how you want that person to be able to view it. If they are an editor, that means they will have full access to your presentation and can make changes to your slides whenever and wherever they want. If they are a commenter, that means they will only be able to leave suggestions. None of their edits will be permanent until you accept them. If you make them just a viewer, that means they can only see your slides and cannot make any changes to them. Or we can choose to get link. So click on this. Here, right now, I have it as restricted. That means whoever comes upon this link can only open it if I already shared it with them. However, if you want to make your presentation public, you can click on that down arrow and click on anyone with the link. This means that anyone with this link will now have access to your presentation. But once again, you can choose how they are able to view it. This simple sharing feature is one of the many reasons why Google Slides is so powerful.